I'm going to have to be brief because it's cold, because I'm in Glasgow. I've come to Euroscot Engineering and I've come here on behalf of the Engineering Technology Group. I've come to meet with John and William, who are going to talk to us about some success they've recently had with a Quaser 5-axis machine installation. So I'm going to go in and meet the guys. John, you've got a nice installation here of a Quaser MV184P. It's a 3-axis machine, but you've got a 2-axis table on it. Why did you go for that sort of configuration?
Well, we went for the configuration because it gave us an option of finishing more operations in one go, one hit in the job.
So you're using this to do sort of 5-side machining, are you, the 2-axis table?
Yeah, so we're using it to do 5-axis machining and then finishing the part in the final side on the vise, on the table, using the 3-axis.
So I'm sensing with that table, you can obviously take that off the machine in the event that you wanted to get a bigger part on the whole table.
Yeah, so if we require that nicking rotary table off, it takes about half an hour to remove the table and it gives us a full table size of about 1200.
Okay, so total flexibility.
Total flexibility in this machine.
Now, the Quaser machine, it's a big decision, it's a big investment. I know you've got 5-axis machines already, and in fact lots of Bridgeports and Hardinge machines here from the Engineering Technology Group, but why the Quaser?
Well, we went for the Quaser because it's actually manufactured in the same factory as the Hardinge machines, and historically we've always stuck to Bridgeport, which followed on to Hardinge. Have always given us good reliability.
So natural choice, really?
Natural choice, yeah.
And I know that the Quaser machine, having reviewed one, they're a fairly advanced machine. Was that a factor in your decision as well? Because I know if you're looking at accuracy and speed, that caters for that.
Yeah, we're always looking for tight tolerance in some of the jobs, so this gives us linear scales, which good repeatability, 20 bar high pressure coolant with a refrigerated coolant as well.
Because you've also got on this a BBT 40 spindle, I believe.
So that gives us a higher rate of metal removal.
And were those all factors in your decision? Because a 5-axis machine is one thing, but one that's got all of that sort of additional specification.
Yeah, well with the modern environment, you're looking for cost-effective production of jobs, etc. So your customer are always pushing for this, so it made sense.
And with the linear scales, it's a big factor. It does improve the performance and the capabilities of the machine. Do you need that?
Yes, it always it gives you the repeatability, especially if you're on a higher number of jobs, and gives you the consistency that's required in the work we do. And
another thing I'm interested in is the integration of the 2-axis table. You've got a Hardinge 530 control there. Is getting your operators up to speed easy? Is it easy to manage the 5-axis process?
Well, the 530 control is very good. We've got history. All our machines are 530 control, so we don't have any issues with the training in that area. However, when you speak to anybody, it's far advanced, the Hardinge control.
And for contouring, do you do much contouring on the machine? I can see here we've got a prismatic part that you're machining. Do you do any sort of 3D machining at all?
We have the capability to do 3D machining in this machine where required.
And I suppose that's another reason why you were focused on getting the best specification on a machine.
Of course.
And your business, Euroscot Engineering, who you making parts for, John?
Well, mostly defence industry we make parts for, so probably plays about 60% of our business is defence, but we always machine for other industries as well.
And along with the machine shop, when you made the parts, you need to measure them before they go to the customer. I know I'm going to go and meet William now and have a chat with him about another purchase you've made recently at CMM. Thanks for your time today, John, and good luck for the future.
Okay, thank you.
William, how long have you had this Mitutoyo CMM?
Since April 2015.
And I notice you have got some other measuring equipment here. But why did you have to go for something this advanced?
It was to give us the repeatability that we're looking for supplier customers with a good product every time.
The fact that this is obviously automated, because the other machines you've got aren't automated, are they?
Yeah, so this improves productivity in the quality department, because basically we can put parts on the CMM and continue measuring other parts or doing other tasks.
And does this help your business going forward? Does it satisfy your customers in a different way?
Anything that improves quality is always good for the business. If you can prove to your customers that you're trying to improve quality and you are improving quality and you're giving them a good product every time, then it can only be beneficial. And
when we look at CMMs, you can get lots of different sizes. This is still a reasonably sized CMM, but what made you go for this size and specification?
We started doing bigger jobs, and the CMM we had, we just weren't capable of checking the whole component at the one time, so we were having to do sections of parts and stuff like that because we just didn't have the capability to measure the whole part. So we can do the whole part on this CMM.
And you're checking here, obviously, the diameter, the surface.
Yeah, basically everything on the drawing.
And would it be easy for you to program something like this?
Well, there's two ways of programming it. This was programmed manually, as in we had to get the part in and then we measure it and program it as it is on the table at the moment. But then we've also got the CAD modelling side of the software, the CAT 1000 for the Mitutoyo. So any parts that we get models for, step files, Pro Engineer files, we can program before the part's off the machine, which again helps productivity. The operator isn't waiting on inspection.
And with it being slightly more advanced, was it a big step for you and for the business?
Yeah, well, there's been a lot of training. I was on a 5-day basic training and then I've had the 3 days advanced training for doing the modelling side of it. So yeah, it certainly took us forward. And
what are you chasing here in terms of a tolerance?
Or microns. Yeah.
Really? Yeah. How few?
I think the tightest limit on this is 032 and a bore.
So not something you can do with a rule?
No. Certainly not. Measuring tape wouldn't be good enough. No.
Brilliant. Thanks, William.
No problem. Thank you.